Chapter 1, Mishnah 6. The next two Mishnahs discuss a certain small fee that was sometimes added to the shekel obligation, known as a kolban. This was needed because sometimes people paid with old coins that were worn away from much use and did not have the correct weight of silver. The extra kolban payment served to replace what was missing and make the shekel contribution complete. The following Mishnah begins with a discussion of who is obligated to add to a kolban. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. And these are the ones who are obligated to pay the kolban together with their shekel contributions: Levim, Yisraelim, converts, and freed slaves, because they are obligated to give a shekel and are therefore required to add a kolban in case the shekel is missing some silver. But a kolban payment is not required from Kohanim, women, Canaanite slaves, or minors when they give Shekalim, because they do not have a full obligation to give them. The sages were therefore lenient and did not charge them anything extra. The Mishnah discusses the law of someone who is obligated in Shekalim who gives a shekel on behalf of someone who is not obligated to give one. One who contributes a shekel on behalf of a Kohen, a woman, a slave, or a minor is exempt from paying a kolban, since these people are not fully obligated in Shekalim, and he is giving the shekel for them. However, if he contributes on behalf of someone who is obligated to give, he must also add a kolban on that person's behalf. A Tanaic dispute about how many kolbans are required when one gives a large coin to pay for both his shekel and someone else's. If one contributed the shekel for himself and his friend in a single coin, i.e. he gave a sela, which equals 2 shekalim for the two of them, the law is as follows. The Tanna Kama says he is obligated to pay only one kolban because even if the sela coin is missing some silver, the single kolban is enough to make up the difference. Rabbi Meir, however, says that he must pay 2 kolbanos because the kolban is considered part of the basic shekel payment. Thus, since he is making 2 shekel payments with the sela, one for himself and one for his friend, 2 kolbanos are required. A case in which all Tanaim agree that 2 kolbanos are required. If one gives a sela, which equals 2 shekalim, to the temple treasurer and takes back a shekel in change, he is obligated to pay 2 kolbanos because there are 2 possible concerns in regard to the accuracy of the coins. One is the standard concern that the sela may be missing some silver due to wear and tear. Another is that the shekel given as change may be slightly oversized, and the contributor may not take the extra silver from the temple. Thus, 2 kolbanos are needed to address both of these issues.